Hey guys, I'm super excited to dive into Hulu's Hit Monkey. You guys, I can't wait to talk to you about this show. Now, I did say when it was first announced that I am a fan of Hit Monkey in Marvel Comics, although there is not a lot of Hit Monkey in Marvel Comics. Hopefully this show changes that, but this is why I was super excited for this show, on top of the incredible cast, including the extremely talented Jason Sudeikis, who is synonymous with the name Ted Lasso. But I promise you, he is not Ted Lasso in Hit Monkey. So let's dive into it. Let's get my spoiler-free review for this show. But before we do, if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more videos like this. And let's talk Hit Monkey. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Okay guys, so the first thing I want to say is that you do not need to know Hit Monkey from Marvel Comics in order to appreciate this show. This show does a great job of giving you that backstory between him and the hitman that dies and kind of becomes attached to him, all in that first episode. And now also you guys pretty much get the story from the trailers as well. So I promise you they spend enough time on this for you to understand it, but not too much time that it takes away from the entire season, okay? But in that first episode, you get the background of Hit Monkey, and so basically, who is Hit Monkey, guys, right? Who is Hit Monkey? Well, he's a monkey who kills people brutally, bloodily. Bloodily, is that a word? I don't know. Bloodily. Yeah, that's a word. So, I don't know. Listen, guys, it's amazing. It's disgusting. And if you know me, you know I love me some gore. So, of course, I appreciated that they gave this a little bit of that aspect as well, which it should be. It's literally a monkey who kills people. So, why does this monkey kill people? Well, it's explained very, very early on, and it's even obvious in the trailers if you've watched the trailers for the show. Some people, some group, someone that is run by a mystery figure kills his entire tribe, right? So, of course, he's not happy, and he's out for revenge. Well, he has happened to have already crossed paths with this hitman, who is voiced by Jason Sudeikis, who ends up being killed by the same people that his tribe was killed by, and for some reason, they become connected. And, Jason Sudeikis' character just cannot ascend, so to speak, until something happens. We don't know what, but he is stuck and attached to Hit Monkey. So basically, he is a ghost following around a monkey, talking to him constantly. And that is basically what we have going on here. And, of course, the monkey is out for revenge against the killers of his tribe. Now, this is smart. Because if you have a main character who can't talk, like Hit Monkey, he doesn't speak English. He just grunts and makes noises and facial expressions, but he doesn't actually talk. So how do you know what he's thinking? And how do you know what he's saying to people? And how do you know that much about him? Well, that is because of Jason Sudeikis' character, which I think is absolutely brilliant how it is done. Apparently, Jason Sudeikis' ghost there, this hitman's ghost, can actually have a conversation with the monkey, knows what the monkey means when he grunts and makes noises and facial expressions. Perfect. Easiest way to do it. So basically this is Jason Sudeikis rambling on and giving monologues a lot of the time. Of course, we also have a lot of supporting characters. There's some police. There's a young policewoman who is voiced by Ali Mackey, who I adore her. So she is in this, and I actually spoke with her earlier. I have an interview up here that you should check out. We mentioned Hit Monkey very briefly. So that's exciting. She's great in this. But then obviously Olivia Munn is another one who's a part of this. She's a young politician, a young woman politician. So there's a lot of stuff going on. George Takei is part of this as well. I mean, listen, there's so many incredible actors that are a part of this series, which is why it works so well. I mean, they are fantastic. Of course, yes, they're voice acting in this, but they're doing a fabulous job and really bringing life to these characters. So, like I said, you don't need to know the comics because they really outline all of these characters really well. They give you a lot of their backstories. So they do a great job of that with the plot, backstories, character building, world building, all of that. You don't need to know the comics. Should you check out the comics? Absolutely. There's not that many. I mean, if you go to MamasGeeky.com, I have a list of Hitmonkey comics if you just search Hitmonkey, but there's really not many. I think there's like 10 in total. It's not a lot. He has his own small run, and then he appears in some stuff with Deadpool. But basically, Hitmonkey's not that big a character. He's kind of obscure, which is why I like that Hulu tackled a show for Hitmonkey. Now, Hulu did also do a show for MODOK. Very different. Don't even try to compare these two. MODOK was very robot chicken, funny, quirky, weird type of show. So Hitmonkey is very different. So if you didn't like MODOK, don't worry. I did enjoy MODOK. I enjoy Hitmonkey a lot more though. It's not the same thing. It's not that same sort of humor. Now, of course, there is some humor in Hitmonkey. It's Jason Sudeikis after all, but it's a different kind of humor. It's not that weird oddball humor, but it's there, and there's a lot of action, a ton of action. Lots of gore, actually. Some really, really awesome gore. Some great fighting scenes. And there's a great story here. Lots of twists and turns also because, think about it, as the viewers, we don't know who the head of this crime organization or whatever it is who killed the monkey's tribe and Jason Sudeikis. We don't know that. So we're trying to figure it out right along with the characters, which is a lot of fun. Lots of twists and turns, like I said. And when it is revealed towards the end, it was mind-blowing. I didn't see it coming. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was very, very well done. Something else we know from the trailers, and guys, this could be considered a minor spoiler of a character that appears. So if you have not watched the trailers and you don't want to know, now is the perfect time to stop watching. But come back after you have seen the show. All right, guys, ready? 3, 2, 1. Lady Bullseye is in this. Holy cow, was I over the moon excited to see Lady Bullseye in this. Now, I had skipped the second trailer. I had only watched the teaser. And I do that sometimes when I know I'm getting screeners for something and I really don't want to be spoiled and I know I don't have to wait till release. So I get to watch it as soon as it comes in. And so I didn't know Lady Bullseye was going to be a part of this. So when she showed up, I freaked out and I was super excited. Now, she does show up fairly early on, which is very exciting because we get a lot of her throughout the series and she's just absolutely amazing. She's so much fun in this series. If you know anything about Bullseye, and then of course Lady Bullseye, very similar. She's just as brutal, just as deadly, and she kicks just as much ass as Bullseye does. Trust me on that one, guys. So it's a lot of fun to see her involved in this story. Thought it was great to bring another character from Marvel Comics that we have not seen yet on screen to a show. So overall, you guys, this show is fantastic. It's a very easy binge. It is 10 episodes that are about 30 minutes each or so. And it's really, really easy to watch. As soon as one ends, you're going to want to pick up the next one and pick up the next one and really put this all together and solve that mystery. Like I said, you're going to be on that edge of your seat and you're going to be surprised by some twists and turns. Of course, again, the action is amazing. And the animation style, though it does feel a little bit choppy at first, I'm not going to lie, you kind of settle into it and you get used to it fairly quickly. I think by episode 3, maybe the middle of episode 3, it really didn't bother me anymore. It's a different style. I mean, it's definitely not what we're used to when it comes to other Marvel animated series like What If. But this is on Hulu, not Disney Plus. So and there's a reason it's on Hulu and not Disney Plus. It's because it's brutal. It's bloody. It's adult. It's definitely more adult. So older teens and adults can definitely appreciate this show more. If you have younger teens and younger kids, I would maybe stay away from this one for a while. I have an 8 and 10-year-old who I let watch almost anything, and I will not be letting them watch Hitmonkey for a couple more years. Probably when they're both 10 and 12, I might let them, 12 and 14, I'll probably let them watch it if they're still into Marvel, which they better be, right? Because I am their mom, so hopefully they'll still be into Marvel. But yeah, Hulu's Hitmonkey, it's an absolute blast. It's a ton of fun. Again, twists, turns, all of that, exciting adventures. It's epic. There's some backstories and some heart in here, like real heart in this. There's a backstory to explain kind of how Jason Sudeikis' character became a hitman, and that, it brought tears to my eyes. I cried quite a bit in that episode, actually. no surprise here. If you guys have been a fan of my channel for a while, you know I'm quite emotional and I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I just allow myself to get into things and cry if I need to, which I definitely did in that episode that I'm talking about just towards the end of the series. But it's incredible. Definitely worth watching. Again, if you don't know Hitmonkey from Marvel Comics, that's fine. They're going to explain Hitmonkey to you well enough in this series. My only issue really with this, besides that animation, is that the first episode feels a little slow for someone who knows the comics, right? It just feels a little like, okay, I know what's going to happen, like speed up, let's go. But that's really just the first episode, and after that, it settles right in. And if you don't know the comics, I can't tell you how you'll react to that episode. You might actually really love it, and it might not feel slow to you. I can't say because I already knew the comics, and I kind of knew what was going to happen, and I knew what was going on, and obviously we've seen it in the trailer as well. So it felt kind of like, do we need a whole episode for this, or could we have done it with just half an episode? I'm not sure. But either way, I hope you guys check out Hulu's Hitmonkey when it arrives on November 17th. Seriously, it's a lot of fun. It's got incredible actors. It's got action. It's got blood and gore. I mean, what else do you want? It's got a great plot too, and twists and turns, and lots of fun surprises. You guys, I give Marvel's Hitmonkey a 4.5 out of 5. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more videos like this one. You can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at MamasGeeky over there. MamasGeeky. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.